My passion is to rack the brains of people who are not only successful in business, but are successful in the way they do business. People not just making a profit, but also making a difference. Because success breeds success.
And now, stay on the cutting edge with all things digital media and learn from top experts how they do it. Here's your host of Success Mashup Radio, Keith Krantz.
But before we get into those great interviews, I'm going to talk today about something that's a hot topic for businesses. And what it is it's what is really effective today, 2013, with getting traffic to your website. So this is for any business owner, for any entrepreneur, for any cause, anybody that's trying to start a new business online or has an existing business or a large brand in that case and wants to grow that business. So this is going to be also a part of my online podcast. You can access this episode at dominatewebmedia.com/session12, okay, for all the show notes and the transcription and the video and everything like that. So let's go ahead and get into it. What I want to talk about today is what's effective right now, 2013, with getting traffic, getting new traffic, increasing traffic, and not really getting hit by the big penalties that Google and the other search engines have recently unleashed on a lot of businesses. First of all, what used to work. Okay, what used to work with a website when you were trying to get a website ranked was basically one main thing, and it's called anchor text. So it's optimizing and getting a ton of different links that are coming into your website. And I don't want to go into the technical details on this, but basically when you're on the internet and you see an underlined blue text, something like says maybe the name of a business you're trying to get to, or if it says click here and you click that, that's the anchor text, okay, that actually links back to your site. And the more of those that come into your site, the better. It's basically like getting a referral. It's like telling Google that your website's important. And over the last 10 years or so, people have been gaming the system and basically optimizing and trying to get as many of these anchor text links into their site that have the same kind of keyword phrase. So if you're trying to, for example, find a divorce attorney in Seattle, then the anchor text might be divorce attorney Seattle, and then you click on that link and it would go to Goldberg Jones. Okay, so but basically what's happened is over the past about 18 to 20 months, Google has basically unleashed a ton of different updates, and they've penalized thousands and thousands of websites out there that have kind of over-optimized their websites, and they have too many of these links coming in. And what you basically need to do today is what I'm going to walk you through right now, is what you need to do to get more traffic. And it's not just about optimizing a website, but it's also about just getting more traffic in general. So basically, people have been gaming the system, and they've wanted an ROI, and they knew the best ROI was to get more links with that anchor text, right? Well, what Google wants now is they're basically smart. They're a lot smarter. What they want is they want natural-looking links. Okay, so these links are still important, but they want natural links. Lots of different text around those links. So think of different synonyms and different similar types of words that people may be typing in. Okay, they want diversification of this anchor text links. They want so diversification of the source. So the many different websites. They want people coming from different areas to your website. They want people staying on your website for more than just a few seconds and bouncing off. They want people hanging out on there. It shows them that your website is something that people actually like to absorb, the content on your website. So basically, what I want to explain right now is where we are today. Where we are today is we're in a Web 2.0 world, okay? And what is Web 2.0? Basically, kind of like the Web 1.0 world is people, when they want to find a solution, they'd go to the Yellow Pages, they'd go to Google, they'd go to Amazon, right? And it's, of course, still that way in a ton of cases with a lot of businesses. However, the Web 2.0 world is basically where you kind of are where your customers are. So people are everywhere now. They're busy. They're on YouTube, they're on Facebook, they're on Google, they're on Pinterest, they're on, you name it, LinkedIn, right? And so what you want to do is you want to have your business all these different channels funneling people to your website. And I'm going to talk about how you get into all these different areas, but I'm also going to, all this stuff comes right back around if you're trying to get your website ranked, if your sole purpose, is to get ranked higher in Google, because you're one of those types of businesses that people, come to your business, and maybe 80-90% of your business comes from search. then these strategies I'm talking about are even more critical for you, because it's kind of a win-win scenario. You end up being in more places where more people are, but you also are making your website more Google friendly, okay? More Panda Penguin friendly, which is the names of the Google updates that have been continually updated over the last year and a half. So let's go ahead and get into it. Basically, what you want to do is kind of start to think about becoming an authority site. Okay, Google wants to reward authority sites. So how do you become an authority site? You do a lot of these strategies like I'm going to talk about. But the other benefit to becoming an authority is people want to do business with the authority. Okay, that's why I talk about the doctor. The doctor is the best salesman in the world, because the doctor can get somebody to take their clothes off right in front of them that they don't even know, right? A complete stranger to take off their clothes. So it's the same mentality, though. So if you can become more of an authority in your niche or business, people will pay more. Okay, they'll seek you out and they'll trust you more. It's just how it works. Okay, so you want to become an authority, and guess what? Google loves authority sites. So how do you show up everywhere without spending hours and hours and thousands of dollars to do it? Well, systems. Okay, you put systems in place. That's how you do it. Kind of think about Henry Ford. Henry Ford did not build his empire because he invented the automobile. Henry Ford built a better system. He figured out a cheaper way to build a car. Okay, so he was more of an innovator. Henry Ford basically invented mass production. So what he did was he built the assembly line and built a system to build cheaper cars so he could get cars out to the rest of the world instead of just the rich and the affluent. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to basically put systems into place so you can create content that shows up in all these different channels, these different Web 2.0 channels, like all the social media channels, and of course Google and even Amazon and Apple and iTunes and stuff like that. So basically it's really comes down to it. What it is it's a 3-step process. Okay, simplified. What you do is you create one piece of content, like I'm doing right now on the radio. This doesn't have to be live, of course. This can be in your living room. This could be in your office. This could be, in the back of an airplane writing an article. Okay, you create one piece of content, then you repurpose that content into several different forms of content. Then you syndicate that content across the internet. Okay, and across all these different spokes, like when I talk about the hub and spoke model, like the airlines, they have the major hubs where everything operates, and they have all these different outstation airports funneling people into their hub. You want to have all these different channels, with social media channels, funneling traffic into your hub, which is your main website. Okay, or just using the maybe the advertising function of those to funnel traffic into your website. So this is how I do it. What I'm going to do is I'm basically going to kind of walk you through the system. It's basically kind of a checklist that we do when we create content, and it's how we get more traffic to all of our different sites, and same thing with my clients. Okay, so you want to start with the piece of content, the form of content that you're most comfortable with. So that's the key, because you want to be able to create a lot of content. So if it's something that's going to be hard to do or difficult to do, then you don't want to use that as a start. So basically, what I recommend is audio or video. Okay, that's going to be the best way to start. It's because it's going to be the easiest way to get into multiple sources of content, and also you have more benefits because it's just video. It opens up way more channels, and it also connects with people on a much deeper level. Okay, but you do not have to start with video. Today with technology, with screen recording software, it's really, in my opinion, easier to start with video, because you don't always have to do it with a camera. You can just do a screen record, talking right into your computer and doing a demo or something like that. So, or doing audio right into your iPhone, boom, or your iPhone camera, which is even better. Okay, so what do you do? What you do basically is you take that YouTube video. Okay, say it's a 5-minute little video, maybe it's a tip on something, and then you can turn that into an audio. Okay, you can easy software. I'm not going to go into all the details here on how to do this stuff, but then you just turn that into an audio, and now what you can do is you can upload that as a podcast into iTunes. How many people are on iTunes these days? everybody. More people are listening to podcasts than ever, and over the next 5 years, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So you want to be where your audience is. And Apple now, with the iPhones and the technology, they're making it much easier. They're promoting their kind of all of their content inside iTunes. So you start with a video, okay, do a little 5-minute thing or a 10 or 15-minute thing. Turn it into a podcast. Then what you can do is you can have somebody else turn that into an article. Hire somebody on Odesk or Elance or even Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. And then what you can do is you can transcribe that. So now you've got an article, a summary article, or a blog post. You've got the full transcription of your video. Okay, these are important because this is the content, the text is what the search engines like Google and Bing and Yahoo, that's what they read. They read the content. So this is really important. You do want to do that. Plus, a lot of people like to absorb content in different types of ways. Some people like audio, they're mowing the lawn, they're driving. Some people like video, some people just like to read it. So think about that. Okay, then what you do is basically you can upload all of these into one specific blog post. So now you've got this blog post with a video, with an article, with a transcription, all this stuff that everything's out there. And then what you can do is use a cool software called Lead Player, and you can actually take your YouTube video and use a software called Lead Player that will host that and give you a little bit more optimization, but more importantly, you can kind of pause the video in the middle of it and somebody can join your email list or call your 1-800 number right on the middle of that screen, right in the middle of your video or right at the end of your video. It's a really, really cool software for generating more leads, basically. And then what you can do now is, what we do is email that blog post out to our list. So we email the list, we email the link to the blog post, kind of ignite things, and then we've on the side of that blog post or on the top of it, you want to have the share button so people can read that and they can share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on YouTube and everywhere else, LinkedIn, okay? So you're going to email it out, then your list will start to share that out, which is going to start and help. Then what you can do is what I like to do is have people manually share on Facebook, Twitter, and all the other main social networks. So basically Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and when am I missing? Google Plus, of course. Google Plus getting more and more important when it comes to search engine rankings. So do that, and if you have some type of a plugin on your blog, you can use the plugin and do it right from your blog. Otherwise, just copy the link and paste it into these different networks and do it. And I recommend doing it manually and doing a little personal message to each one. Okay, you're not doing this all the time. You might be doing a piece of content once a week or once a month. So I recommend doing it manually. You're going to have a lot more success instead of just blasting everything out like people used to do it 5 years ago. All right, create a slide share and share it on slideshare.net, which is becoming a super high authority site right now, and people are taking a lot of content from slideshare.net. Okay, then what you're going to do is create a specific Facebook post, okay? Upload it, either the video with it or upload an image with it, okay? Create a post with a link in that little status update back to that same website link to your blog post. And then what you can do is promote that post. Okay, this is key. This is, in my opinion, one of the fastest ways to get more links inbound to your website, because now what you're doing here, you're getting your stuff out to all these different channels where everybody is, but you also have a lot better chance of having somebody else link to your website. So now you're getting these natural links that Google really likes, and what they're doing is they're fighting. They made a lot of these Penguin and Panda updates against these unnatural, kind of crappy links that people have been doing. So when it comes to the Facebook side of things, this is key. So what we'll do is we'll promote that post now. We can promote that post in the Facebook Ad Campaign Manager exactly to your specific target audience, or to your internal list, or to your existing fans. So what you can do now, or if you're a local business, to your local area. So basically now you're hyper targeting that specific post and using Facebook to generate more traffic to it, and then you have also a lot better chance for people to share it and then link to it back. So you're getting all this SEO benefit, plus you're getting all this traffic benefits. So let's see here. Now by doing this, what you're doing is you're not only reaching people where they are, but and you're not putting all your eggs in one basket like Google. With a lot of people have gotten hit hard by this update. And so what you want to start to think about is getting more traffic from different sources, so you're not so dependent on one or two sources. And then what that's going to do naturally is just going to increase your search engine rankings, 100% guaranteed, if you consistently do this every single month. Okay? Now, one thing I want to talk about, I basically have told you how to do it. You don't need super high-tech software to do it. However, if you want my team to do this for you, we can do this for you. We've got a great way to do it where you don't even have to really create the content. All you have to do is come on the radio show that we're having right now. I've got an application process, of course, for it, and you go to successmashupradio.com/partner. Okay, and basically what we're looking for businesses that kind of stand out from the crowd and that want to talk for 5, 10, 15 minutes about their business, how they can help people, how they help their customers and clients. And then I just make it easy. I basically ask you questions, make them look really good as long as they have a really high value service, and they, of course, get through our screening system. Okay, we've got an application process that they fill out, that you can fill out. And we do it for you. So you come on the radio, we record it, we upload it into YouTube, we turn it into a podcast, we do a press release. I think I left that out, actually. Press release is key. We have an on-demand plan with prweb.com. We do a press release that gets submitted to all the major press, and you can end up getting put in sites like yahoo.com and seattlepi.com and a lot of these high authority sites, getting, of course, good links and getting more traffic. And these are very high authority sites that will also show up. So now what happens is when somebody's searching for a service or a business, or your specific business, they might not just see one listing. They might actually see a YouTube video that shows up, a press release from a site like prweb.com or Yahoo Finance, and then also your website. So what happens is you start to get multiple listings depending on how competitive the actual search is, okay? Very, very, very powerful, and all this stuff just continues to build up and build up. So it's a really cool service. So basically, if you want to become a partner, what we do is we just do that all for you. You come on the show, and we turn it into a video. My team writes an article. We submit out a press release. We will actually post it on your blog, and in some cases, we'll even actually run Facebook ads to your exact target audience, targeting your interview, which basically makes you look like more of an authority, an expert, and then you're also showing up everywhere. It's a pretty cool process. So if you are interested in that, make sure you go to successmashupradio.com/partner. And I've got more information on that. I've got another video in there and stuff like that. So do that. And that's it for now. So hopefully that helped you out a lot. We're going to be back in a minute or two with I think we're going to talk to Richard from Trip Logic with Success Mashup Radio.